Good morning, dear students. So let us continue with the class, right? Where were we? Yes, we are done with this in the previous class. We have finished this democracy and equality from your civics portion, right? Both science. So if you see the content, we are done with one from geography, one from history, the other one from both science. All right. So this is how we will proceed. So now again, let us come back to the second chapter of geography. Once done, second chapter from history, then second from pole science. Okay. So today let us see the second chapter of geography, that is composition of our planet. Composition. What do we find? How is this our Earth planet? What is it composed of? Built up of? Huh? Let's see. Where is it? Page number 15. Okay. Before we start the chapter, there are some beautiful images, pictures of different features of the Earth. See, let's read about that. Let Observe the images given below and find out about the specific features of the Earth which they represent. Scientists believe that the Earth is approximately 4 to 5 billion years old. 4 to 5 billion years old. According to them, it originated as an extremely hot mass of gas and molten materials. It cooled slowly to form the solid crust, or so called lithosphere. At present, there are a variety of landforms such as plain, mountains, valleys, gorge, plateaus, etc., spread across the world. A proper and systematic understanding of the features of these landforms demand a sound perception of the formation and the structure of the Earth's interior. Our direct sources of information regarding the Earth's interior are volcanic eruptions, deep mines, and earthquake waves. Geology is a branch of science that deals with the study of the Earth's structure. Underline that. What is geology? Some of you, if you want to be a geologist in the near future, to study about the Earth's structure, scientists involved in this study are known as geologists. Okay, so another thing, scientists, those who study about Earth and all, are called geologists. All right. So this is a sort of introduction which tells us about that when was Earth formed, and this is just as per the scientific belief, and according to them, what is it? How it originated? The Earth where we live in today. It, as they say, that it was a kind of a hot mass of gas and molten materials, and later on it cools down and forms a kind of solid crust which is termed as lithosphere. And today we find various type of landforms on Earth. There are plain areas, mountain, valleys, plateaus, and so on. And if you want to do a proper and systematic understanding of this type, different types of landforms like plain, plateaus, and all, then you must have a very good perception about with regard to the formation of this Earth's interior, how this Earth interior is formed. Based on that, you will be able to understand the formation of this landmass. Now let us see what this structure of the Earth. On the basis of composition, properties of rocks, and their density, the Earth is divided into three concentric layers. All right. On the basis of composition, properties of rock, and their density. Based on these three categories, based on these three criteria, the Earth is divided into three concentric layers, that is crust, mantle, and core. Underline. What is crust? Let's see what is crust. The crust or lithosphere is the solid outermost layer of the Earth composed of rocks and minerals. You see, there is a figure 2.1, just on the right hand side, next to this topic, which images, pictures helps us to understand in a better way. So if you see that, say for example, that is the Earth's surface. All right, you see lithosphere, upper mantle down to 670 kilometer, continental crust, sedimentary deposits, oceanic crust. So I hope you're getting that idea. Continental crust, okay, the solid outermost layer of the earth where there are rocks and minerals. Its average thickness varies between 8 kilometer to 50 kilometer. 50 kilometer, a huge one. So, that means the surface on which right now I'm sitting, right? Crust. I'm sitting on top of the crust. Now, if I want to see the depth of this crust, somewhere it will range between 80 kilo. I mean not 80. Sorry, 8 kilometer to 50 kilometer. The two distinct layers which the crust comprises are the continental crust, which is also called CL, and the oceanic crust, which is also called CIMA. Again, refer to figure 2.1. You see the continental crust right on top, oceanic crust just below the water, hmm, beneath that. The continental crust or CL constitute the uppermost layer of the Earth's crust, as I told, right on top. Its thickness is up to 50 kilometer. Great. So if the place where I'm sitting now, if I start digging 50 kilometer downwards, that is where I will end the crust, and the next layer will come. What is the next layer? I don't know. Maybe the lithosphere. We'll get to know as we proceed gradually. We'll get to know. Maybe after crust we have the lithosphere. It consists of lighter rocks rich in silica and aluminium. This layer is not continuous and is mostly found in continental areas above the lower crust. Alright. So this layer, that is the crust, it is not continuous. There's a breakage, and firstly. Secondly, you will find it mainly in the continental areas. Okay. That's okay. Something more we have about crust. The lower crust or the CIMA is a continuous layer forming an extremely thin ocean floor. It may range from a few meters to 10 kilometers in thickness. The main minerals of this layer are silica and magnesium. So, lower crust or CIMA, refer figure 2.1, you'll be understanding in a better way. Just that the floor of the ocean under the river, what do you call water, under the you can say below the water, okay, that's called CIMA, lower crust. And what is the thickness? From few meters to 10 kilometer. And what is being found there? You'll find mainly silica and magnesium, right? Next we have, what is this? Mantle, core. Next comes rock and sedimentary rocks. Let's see. Oh, nothing much. It's a small chapter. It mainly tells us about this crust, mantle, core, rocks and minerals. That's all, right? We'll keep the introduction short today, the first class of this, since being the new chapter. Please read the text so that you can have a understanding, and provided you listen to this explanation, what is this chapter all about. The next topic we will deal in the next class. Okay, see you then. Study well, everyone.